If you are new to scrapbooking, this video is for you. Hi, I'm Jamie Pate, and I'm going to share with you how to create layers in 5 easy steps. Before I get started with those 5 easy layers, let me show you what I have so far. Now I have taken a piece of cardstock. I've trimmed it down to 7.5 inches by 9 inches tall. It's just a great, very doable scrapbook size. And what I've done is I have taken my photo and I've matted it with a piece of colored cardstock. I've already added in the title. This is a beautiful title made with these festive alphabet dies. It's going to make any of your scrapbook pages stunning. And I went ahead and took the liberty of also adding in here from the Simple Stories, this little journaling spot. But you know, if you know me, I am ready for more layers. So let me show you how we're going to create those very easily. For our first layer, I've grabbed the Simple Stories sticker book. This is by a collection that's called Hearth and Home. There are some wonderful sticker selections in here, one of which are these strips that kind of make me think of washi tape. So I'm going to grab one of them here off of the sticker paper. Sort of this wood pattern, but it has this little fun scallop edge. Now, let me tell you before I start laying this down, here's my trick almost all the time. See these edges here? Yeah, I only add adhesive to my photos or my photo mats just right in the center. It gives me a lot of play around the edges if ever I do feel like coming back in and tucking something under an edge. And this is how I create my layers. So you might think it's a little counterproductive. I've already added the photo. Nope, it still works because you're just going to go under here just like this and kind of lift up that photo. And then once you get that in place, lay the washi sticker down. And I'm just going to come over here with my finger and just rip the edge. And that's your first layer. For the next step, I am going to choose the Harvest Smooth Cardstock, and I've already picked a color here, contrasting a little bit with what I have going on my page. What I want to do is trim a piece of this cardstock about 3/4 wide. So I've cut a strip about 3/4 inches wide. I'm going to cut it in half, so it's about 2 inches long. That part doesn't terribly matter. What we want to do here at the end is come up in the middle and trim a little piece of right in the middle of that strip, and then go in and V-notch it. Let's do that one more time. So I'm going to cut right here where I believe is the middle, and then I'm going to go from the edge and meet the top of that cut. I'm going to go to the other edge and meet the top of that cut. And you have a little DIY V-notched little flag. And this first one is going to just add a little bit. Remember, I don't add a lot of adhesive all over. I don't want it flat, but I'm going to tuck it up underneath this bottom right edge, and it's going to hang over just a tad. Then I'm going to take this other piece, and it's going to find a home right here at the top of my page. I'm going to fold it over. I'm going to grab a mini stapler and just staple that in place. And that is your second layer. The next layer is going to incorporate a couple elements from the Simple Stories journal bits. I have chosen this family. I think that was appropriate for this page. And kind of a little bonus here is this label that's going to go underneath here. So for this layering, can you see the tab part there? Basically where I'm going to put the adhesive is just on that bottom edge. And again, it's going to tuck up over here in this corner underneath the photo. And remember, when we just have that adhesive just in the middle of our previous embellishment, we have a lot of play area to just add in these additional layers. And then just for one way to kind of frame the family, I've added this tag there as well, and it kind of makes for our next layer. Now for the next layer, we've got a combination of a couple things here. I have grabbed the sticker book in the jewel tone and this great date stamp, and I'm going to grab a year here and add it to our stamping block right in the middle. I like to add these smaller stamping elements right to the center of my stamping block. It just gives me a great base. I'm going to go ahead and ink the stamp here first open up my sticker book, because I know here on the second page are these circle labels. And I'm going to just add the stamp while it's still sitting right inside of the book. And it's just a great way to remember to date your pages. That's all ready to go. And all I'm going to do is come up underneath, overlapping this first notched tag a little bit. I'm just going to press that down. And now not only do we have our date on our page, but we have our next layer. Okay, for the final layers, it's kind of a part 1 and part 2. It's as simple as grabbing the sticker that says Home Sweet Home, and we're just going to add it right over our notch tag on the top. We're going to do the same thing down here, but I have just a little trick I wanted to share with you. So I'm going to grab this sticker, the best of times. I'm going to go ahead and adhere it to this scrap piece of cardstock. Then I'm going to trim it out. The reason I want to do this is because I want this to really be popped up on the page. But if I just keep it with the adhesive on the back, it's going to kind of mash down. So grabbing the 1/4 inch foam adhesive, I'm going to just snip a piece off the back, apply it to now my cardstock back sticker, and then I'm going to set it in place. It's going to kind of hover over the date and come over the family die cut just a little bit, but it's just now has some extra texture. It's got to pop off the page. And I think we have 5 really terrific ways to layer on our scrapbook page.